Hello, my name is Scott Coppich. I'm with About Homes Realty Group, and today I have Jim Farabee with Buy Home Solutions and Financial, one of the nation's leading short sale negotiators. I think you'll appreciate what he has to say.
Hi, I'm Jim Farabee. I am here with Scott Coppich with All About Homes. We're here at a property on Schoolside Drive, and we're going to have a BPO done on this property today. And basically what we're doing is just kind of looking around and seeing what we have, what issues that we have that we need to express to the BPO agent upon his or her visit, and let them know what we got going on with the property. One thing that we noticed, there's new homes being built in the neighborhood, which is going to affect the price that this property, which is not a new home, actually it is still a newer home, it's 7 years old, but right down the street we got houses that's 30, 60 days old, brand new, that's built, and we got some that's less than a year old that's still being built. They're doing the cabinets and all that stuff. So that's going to affect what someone would be willing to pay for this property. And the seller is given, the builder is given incentives, which is going to affect the price of this home, because if the value comes back high and they can get a new home, brand new home, without any problems, and plus get some incentives from the builder, they would rather go there than buy this property. So we're just going to point out some things and we'll see what happens. We're still at the property here at Schoolside Drive, and what we're going to do now is just kind of go through the house and just kind of point out some things that we see. If you look at the carpet, they had pets in the property. There's all kind of stains in the carpet, which is, you know, urine stains, and these kind of stains will penetrate the carpet, the pad, and get into subflooring. And a lot of times the subflooring is so stained and smelly that it has to be replaced. One other thing that we noticed, we took out the furnace filter, and as you look at this furnace filter, you can see it looks horrendous, and it's probably have not been changed since they owned the property for 7 years, but it's in pretty bad shape. And likewise, the ductwork is probably just as bad as that filter. You can come over here and kind of look up here at the vent. You see a lot of dirt here, and that's not good. So we got a lot of dirt and grime in the ductwork, and if someone is allergic to pets, they're not going to want to buy this house, because unless these are cleaned and cleaned professionally, once you turn that furnace on, the air conditioner is going to have all that stuff blowing right through the house, and it's going to wreak havoc on people that has allergy problems. Over here under the sink, if you can see this, we do have, look like there was some leaking behind here at one time. Sometimes you have mold under the sink. This doesn't seem like a case of mold, but we're just pointing that out so you can look for those type of things. The utilities are off here, so we don't have any running water. We don't have no electrical, but it's a newer property, so the likelihood of having electrical problems and bad panel, that's not probable in this case, because it's a fairly newer home. We'll step outside. We have a few issues outside that we'd like to point out. If you notice the siding, and we have these issues along the outside of the house down low. Don't know what that's come from. Could have been just defective siding, Could have been, we don't really know what it is, but that has to be replaced. So that's a cost that is going to have to be that the BPO agent appraiser will have to calculate into their value of what the house is concerned. Over here we got this piece of trim. It's broken down at the bottom, so that's another repair that's going to have to be made. We do have some other holes that we're going to point out. We do have some holes here, some damage there. So all this siding is minor, but still it adds up in the total cost of what we're trying to let the lender know what's going on with the property, so they can see that they should allow for some expenses that's going to have to be made to get the house back up in market condition. Most of the time the lenders are selling the house as is. They're not going to do any repairs. So it's important that we just point out what we have and that the BPO make note of what is wrong, because that's your eyes and your ears right there, that BPO. And unless they point out what we have with the property, the bank is not going to believe anyone else. They're not going to believe the real estate agent. They're not going to believe the seller. Maybe sometime they might believe the seller, but this is the meat and potatoes right here. You really have to show what's going on. And if you walk around this way, we have some more damage around the edge of the house on the left side, looking at the front of the house. So there is more damage. And also coming up on the corner of the house, we have some damage here, which, you know, and the thing of it is, we want to make sure that the siding that the builder put on the property, since this was a new home, was not some siding that we're not going to be able to get again. Sometimes the manufacturers, they'll give them a special price on some, let's say, some stuff they're trying to move out of the warehouse that they're not going to sell anymore. The color is discontinued. You know, that's a white. They got all kinds of whites. You got off-white, Navajo white, antique white. So you got all kinds of whites. You can't, just looking at that, really can't tell what it is. The only thing we know, it is white. Now, what we're going to have to find out is, can the siding still be purchased? If not, you know, you're going to have to, you know, put some in there as close as you can get, and it may not look that good, the final product, if you can't match it that well. So the property, as we said, is about 7 years old, so we don't have any issue with the roof and things like that. We didn't notice any leaking in the property, so we're good there. The gutters and downspouts seem to be okay. We're just doing a visual, looking at the grading of the property. The grading is running in the right direction. So, and we don't have a basement here anyway, but even on a slab, you don't want your grading running toward the property. You want your grading running away from the property, so you don't end up any water down under your concrete slab foundation, because if it gets under there, it can cause that concrete to crack, and you have uneven areas in your concrete, and that's not good for a slab. So I guess that's it, and this is Jim Farabee talking about the BPO. Thank you very much.